Hi again, this is a quick update about the last Sprite compiler. Following on from the last video, I'm just going to make one sprite so you can see what's changed since the last version. So the first version had to be launched from the command line with the name of the image file to use, but I've added a simple file browser to the latest version, so for Windows users, you can just launch the executable. I haven't decided what to do with the Linux version yet, so I'm still launching it from the terminal, but I don't need to specify a BMP. When I press F2 to rip some graphics, the file selection menu will appear and I can select which image to use, and then I'm just going to grab the sprite without the mask. So I didn't do a stack drawing routine last time because there were too many features missing in that first version. I like to use a self-modifying technique to preserve the current stack pointer address, and this wasn't possible in the last version because it didn't have program labels. I'm going to leave the first line blank for now and then start building the routine. I've added all the missing opcodes, so the entire Z80 instruction set is now present, and I've also added some quick keys, so it's a bit easier to jump around the list of instructions. While I'm doing this, you're going to notice one thing that needs changing that came up while I was making this video. When drawing with the stack pointer, we basically draw backwards from the last row of the sprite. And so I need to set BC with -128 for adding to HL to move up a row on screen. My code for setting a value can't handle signed numbers yet, so I have to enter the value as FF80 hex. I'll try and do something about this for the next update. Now the main part of the routine is done, I'm going to add a label. So I right-click on the main window and select Add Label. And after this, I'm going to add Load Stack Pointer with 0 and then the return. Now I can go back up to the first line that I left blank and add an instruction to save the current stack pointer address. I'm going to use the load address with SP instruction, and then for the value I can select use label address. It will ask for the label number, which is 1. Then it will ask for an offset, which also needs to be 1, and so now you can see it's added label 1 plus 1 as the address for this instruction. And this will save the stack address into the load SP with 0 instruction before the return. Before I can compile this sprite, there's one more thing to do. As we're stack pointer drawing, I need to tell the compiler to pull the data in reverse order. So I right-click on the main screen again and select the Options menu. As you can see, there's now a radio button for stack pointer drawing, so I'll just turn this on and then press Escape to close the window. So I can select all the sprites and then click Compile Selected, and I'm going to compile everything into one file like I did in the last video. This time it's going to ask for an origin address for the compiled routines, and I'm going to test this sprite using the same program I used last time that used the lookup table values. And I've already checked where the sprite data will be in memory, so I know that I need to use 159 hex, so I can add that as the origin and then press return to compile. I've copied the output binary to the test disk using scadum, and I've updated the lookup table with the right values, and I can then compile this and check that everything works okay. And I'll make this disk image available on Patreon for anyone who wants a copy of it. So, outside of bug fixing anything that comes up, I'm getting pretty close to finishing this free version of the app now. There's a lot of small things to do, but I'm happy that the basic function of the compiler is working okay now. Once again, you can get hold of the app from my Patreon. Just click the link below, and I'd love to get any feedback or ideas in the comments as always. Until next time, thanks for watching.